Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Paul Pogba to review today. 6'3" height, high medium work rates, 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. So, starting off pretty nice on the card, right? Because cards like Paul Pogba, they're nice to have, especially when they're upgraded because of the rotational policy that you'll have with these cards. You could play them in the cam position, CDM position, center mid position, and you're good to go, right? Sometimes, depending on the situation of the game, you may want to switch to a more narrow formation, a wide one. He's the type of player that's going to be able to do any of them for you, right? Regardless of the chemistry style that you choose to give him. So, let's take a look at his actual stats here, shall we? He has 74 acceleration with 87 sprint speed. He has 81 finishing, but he has 97 shot power with a 5-star weak foot. 89 long shots. Vision and passing is all good. You don't need to improve that. The dribbling. Okay, so right away, there's two different chemistry styles you have to look at when it comes to this card, and this really depends on what type of player you want Paul Pogba to be, right? In my opinion, I'm slapping a shadow on him instantly. Reason being is because Paul Pogba's dribbling is actually quite nice in game, considering the height and the body type that he has, right? So you don't really need to improve the dribbling for him, especially if he's playing in the midfield position. Now again, if you're playing him strictly as a center mid, right, on balanced instructions, yeah, there's the potential to use the engine chemistry style, but you have to take into consideration, yes, you're going to be improving his dribbling, but for me personally, you want the pace to be able to get into the positions quickly and efficiently, especially since he has the 5-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot, right? So you got to remember, it's a plus 15 for acceleration and a plus 10 for sprint speed with the shadow chemistry style. And with his defensive stat increases on this card in comparison to his other cards, the shadow's going to help it even more. Now, the position that I would use him in is the CDM position in a 4-2-3-1 because he is a more attacking-oriented CDM. It's nice to have players like this that are going to be all over the pitch. Because he's high-medium work rates, I want to try him out on the balanced instructions, right? So I'm going to have to give him the shadow right away because, again, playing these types of guys on that balanced chemistry style with the shadow and being able to run into every position, I feel like personally he's going to be a very good attacking presence. Now the thing that we need to test is the balance between Laurent Blanc being on stay back while attacking cover center and Paul Pogba doing whatever he wants only on cover center, because we need to see if we need that extra attacking presence. Like I said, whatever position he chooses to occupy, he's going to be fine in because he has all the capabilities to be able to attack and maybe defend depending on his defensive awareness. Increasing defensive awareness with the shadow is going to be very, very helpful as well, depending on the situation of the card, because he could still be a more aggressive oriented attacker because he does have 70 defensive awareness, right? So you're looking at, like I said, a more attacking oriented CDM. As you guys know, the baby meta in the beginning of the year was Conte and Pogba. Why? Because Conte is the more defensive-oriented one, while Pogba is the attacking slash somewhat defensive-oriented one because of his body type, height in game, and shadow chemistry style on the card. So that's going to be what we're going to be testing out the most. I think this is the type of review that I may not be able to do it in one game because you do have to test Pogba in different ways, but we're going to see. It really depends if I can just do it all in one game. It really depends, right? So, in regards to custom tactics, the way that we're going to be lined up with Paul Pogba and the team is going to look like this. It's going to be our basic 4-2-3-1 instructions, but we are going to have the players in the box set to 5 because I want to see what his movement is like. Laurent Blanc will be on cover center, stay back while attacking, while Pogba will only be on cover center. Again, that 5-star weak foot, it's going to be a big, big thing on that card, right? These guys, we're going to go ahead and tell them to be on balanced. And then Rashford, we have to tell him to get in behind because he plays amazing at getting behind, okay? So, yeah, that's how we're going to test it out. We're going to do it like that, but then we're also going to use the 4-1-2-2, and we are specifically going to use that card as a left center mid and a right center mid. That's the two positions. That's the two positions that I want to try him out in. Paul Pogba to Rashford, Rashford to Messi. This is the for birthday one, so he has a 5-star weak foot. Oh, dude, this guy has a great rotational team. This is a fantastic rotational team. That's brilliant. Yeah. See, it's because of his 3 midfielders. Because Bruno Fernandes could definitely play that center mid position really nicely too. So, big things right there. What's the instruction on Paul Pogba here? Cover center only. Perfect. Okay, so I would have to switch between the ultra attacking and the attacking one. That's perfect. So 4-2-3-1 we're going to start off with, and then we're going to switch off to the 4-1-2-2 in game. Like I said, I think this card's going to be really good because I really like his rare golds card. So, yeah, let's get into a game and see how he plays. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start him off in the 4-2-3-1 first, and we're going to see how he plays. What we want to test out first is his dribbling. Okay, yeah, agility and balance is noticeable, but the reactions, dribbling, and ball control is definitely compensating for it well. I can already see that he's trying to get in the attacking-oriented positions, which is amazing. We'll just score that opportunity real quick. The 5-star skill moves, like I said, guys, when you have that moving scoop turn, makes a massive difference on a card. He actually positions himself quite nicely in the CDM position with the Shadow Chemistry style so far, so I even overcommitted with Laurent Blanc right there. You can kind of see that the way he positions himself centrally is really good, which is obviously very important. Yep, and that's the height and the physical presence that he has. Great defending right there with Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba in the attacking-oriented position there. You can kind of see the way that he kind of lingers there. He actually... It might be one of those things with Paul Pogba where I actually might prefer him on stay back while attacking because his work rate will contradict that instruction, but it'll position him better in the attacking area. Kind of like on the edge of the 18-yard box, you know, because his work rate will still make him push up because of it being high-medium. But we're going to keep experimenting with just the balance on him, like over here. So you can see he's super aggressive there, creates a space right here, might be able to score from the near post there. We don't, but that's what I'm talking about. That extra attacking presence that you get with a player like Paul Pogba is always nice because it makes players occupy them, right? So when they make those runs, it gives you space in other areas. There you go, Paul Pogba with good passing stats there. Decent pass, lay it off here. Go for the near post right there. Obviously should have gone for the far post, but I do want to try out different shots with him. Let's see what he's like on the corner right here. Ooh, he does hit those. Corners are like completely random, which I love, by the ways, but that height and physical presence that he has is going to be so huge, man. Let's see what he does off the ball movement-wise here. Okay, so he's not aggressive. Is that because Laurent Blanc's not in position? And it is. Because Laurent Blanc's not in position, he doesn't aggressively push up, so that's really good defensive awareness right there. Even though his base card stats are not that great at it, Paul Pogba was one of those cards that, like, he's like a hidden beast for defensive presence, right? Because of the height, because of the work rates and stuff. He's a very odd one because of that, but he still plays really nicely. I do like the way that he positions himself in the CDM position. It's really nice, man. It's the same as his rare gold card. His rare gold card for the beginning of the game was amazing. Literally amazing. His tracking after the opposition while covering the middle is super nice, too. Look at the way he's positioned right now with Laurent Blanc. You see how he's tracking him the whole time? Look at him and Laurent Blanc. Look at the movement. You see how he's next to defenders right there without me second man pressing? Very huge thing there with CDMs. It's just very important that they kind of move together really nicely. That's why Conte and Pogba together, Laurent Blanc and Pogba together is such a good combo because of the way that they move there, you know? Gonna score a nice little cheeky free kick here at Messi. Ooh, goalie saves that one. Yeah, so there's not really much to show when it comes to stay back while attacking cover center for the CDMs for someone like Paul Pogba. Like, he obviously is going to play that position well. What I want to test out mostly with the card is going to be attacking presence in a formation like a 4-1-2-1-2. So stay back while attacking cover center in a 4-2-3-1. Even on balance, he's going to play that position well, preferably on stay back while attacking. But what we're going to do now is we're going to switch to our 4-1-2-2 formation, and we're going to see how he plays in the left center mid position, attacking and defending. Yep, that's the one I'm talking about. That's the space you want to look for with the center mids there. That should be a near post shot right there. Ooh, he positions himself already there. You see how Bruno Fernandes utilizes the right side, the empty space there. Pogba utilizes the left side on those balance instructions. They're very, very good at the attacking AI. Bruno Fernandes' card with the high work rates is amazing with the work rates off the ball. Paul Pogba in an attacking position, goes back into position here. Little flick pass. Oh, was facing away from goal there, so it's a little harder to get those off. But again, utilizing the empty space really well there. All right, so opponent left for that one. So yeah, we're going to do some more tests with the 4-1-2-2. What I actually kind of want to do, because I feel like Paul Pogba is going to be better in that position, is I want to put him on the right side more than the left side. Like, obviously, because of the 5-star weak foot, I want to start him off on the left side, but we're going to try him on that side. Okay, so we're going to switch to the 4-1-2-2 now. Let's see how he plays there. See, that's where, like, when you have him in the center mid position where you want, you know, his dribbling to be a little better, obviously, but you could see that his attacking presence pushing up in that area is really, really nice, right? Nice little goal there. Neymar with the really, really responsive dribbling to open up the space. Messi, obviously, in a 4-1-2-2 as a cam with his medium-low work rates and is a brilliant attacking position and gets into position instantly there. Yeah, so far in the right center mid position, he's playing the position well. What I am noticing so far is that the dribbling is maybe not necessarily what you want it to be in that position specifically. Because in my opinion, right, when you play these guys in the left and right center mid positions, you want them to be as responsive as possible to open up the space for themselves. So you could potentially give them an engine chemistry style to make him more responsive, but it just really depends on like how you're going to use them in game, right? Again, it's that positioning. That's where I would preferably use him in. Like, if you guys want to use him on a shadow chemistry style, on a stay back while attacking cover center instruction for the CDM position, like, that's where you're gonna fully utilize this card, in my opinion. He's just like, he just feels like a meta card there. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay back while attacking cover center, balance or cover center, just anywhere in that CDM position, that's where you're going to best utilize this card because of his dribbling not being that great, but kind of wanting that shadow chemistry style because of the acceleration and sprint speed. It's just a preference thing, you know? And you see how the formation change allows you to score instantly? You got to understand like how your opponent is playing, the way your players are moving against the opposition. I don't really have a team on my regular account like at all that is a good rotational team or a good team at all. I have like one player that I like. It's a little bit difficult to use because the off-the-ball movement and stuff is not necessarily the greatest with it, but you see something like this, and you could do something like that, and if I put less power into it, I score that opportunity. That right there is what makes the difference. Being able to see those extra runs that your players make, not having to manually do everything, you know? It's a very, very big deal, and you could see that the moment I switched to a 4-2-3-1, that's where Pogba's really showing how good he can actually be in this game. I also noticed against this guy that we can't be using the get in behind instruction on Rashford, even though that's the best way to play with this card. Just because of the way that he positions himself with the other midfielders against this guy, so we're going to have to switch that as well. Yeah, see, his marking is so good there, man. So good. We're going to want players in the box set to 3. Balance should be fine. We're going to go ahead and change the instruction of Rashford to be mixed. And that should be good. Yep, that should be good. So again, we're going to keep Pogba on balance because we need that extra attacking presence. And we're going to keep the fullbacks on balance as well because we already have the width with the left and right attacking mid. There you go, got the angle right there. Nicely done, Bruno. There we go, nice goal. Alright guys, so final verdict for Paul Pogba's card. He's obviously very good, right? He's a meta-oriented CDM, in my opinion, in a 4-2-3-1 formation. It's just beautiful to have someone that has the height, that has the body type, with the shadow chemistry style that you can switch to in-game whenever you need to, right? Like, if you need that extra attacking presence or you feel like you want that center mid to move, switching him to balance this is the type of card that's going to be able to do that, especially on those high medium work rates. Because if you have someone like Laurent Blanc next to him on medium high, you have a really, really good balance there. Even if he's next to Conte, you have a great balance there. Is he worth 3 million coins? It's a lot, but it's a meta-oriented CDM, which is why it makes sense. He's also from the Premier League, French links. All that stuff makes these cards like really, really expensive. But with the Shadow Chemistry style increase, the pace, very, very important to attack and defend really quickly. The defensive stat increases helps him out so much because of the 6'3" height. He can actually intercept, he can do tackles really nicely. It makes a difference on this card. Some cards, their base card stats influence their defending too much. Paul Pogba is not that type of player. Like, he's really good defensively. Just with these stats in general, man, he's very, very good. Is the dribbling noticeable in regards to it being 81 agility and 71 balance? Yes, but that is more if you're looking to use him as a center mid in a 4-1-2-2. I don't recommend using Paul Pogba as a center mid in a 4-1-2-2 because this is personal preference. I prefer someone that can dribble the ball quickly, right? With high work rates, with good shooting, good passing, good dribbling, good pace, right? Like, Bruno Fernandes is really good with that. It's just like he doesn't have the defense. Players that are amazing to have in the center mid position are players like Ruud Gullit, even though I think he's high medium, but he still plays like an absolute monster, right? Ruud Gullit's a very good example. Roberto Firmino's Scream card is a very good example. I think Team of the Year De Bruyne also might be a good example because he has the defense as well a little bit. And he also has the high work rates as well as Roberto Firmino. But Paul Pogba, he definitely can. He can. I'm not saying he can't. He can definitely play that position. But I'm telling you guys, I feel like he's wasted there. In a 4-2-3-1 setup, he plays the CDM position really, really well next to a medium-high work rate player like Laurent Blanc. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this review today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.